Okay, I don't know if I'm streaming or not. I'm freaking out. I'm going crazy. I'm going stupid. All the motherfuckers were like, oh, no, it's just gonna be an engine change. It's not gonna. No. Like, why would they rename it CS2 if they were just gonna move the game to Source 2 like they did with Dota? That makes zero sense. And here it is. Oh my god, dude. This is crazy. Limited test. So, okay. Largest technical leap, obviously. These smokes look really weird. They look very, very cartoony, which I'm kind of not a fan of. But that's going to be interesting to play. This is seriously, this is bigger than people probably even thought it was going to be. Because what I thought it was going to be was just basically, engine change, maybe slight graphics things, but honestly, I wasn't even like holding out for that. But I knew it was going to be, I thought it was going to be like matchmaking and engine change. It may be like tick rate or something. But no, this is going to play completely different. Like, look at this. Like, that's smokes alone, just changing something like that. This tick rate thing, I don't know what this is going to mean. From what I can tell, the server is like calculating so if you have two people, one here and one here, you both shoot at the same time, or maybe let's say this person shoots faster than this person. It both goes to the server and goes, okay, this guy at this time shot this guy at this time shot this. Do that calculation really quick and see who dies. I think that's how it's going to be. Leveling up the world. Let's watch this.
With over 20 years of history, maps are a fundamental pillar of Counter-Strike.
Really?
And in Counter-Strike 2, maps are getting a new look. But don't worry, you can still bring along your countless hours honing strategies and exploiting every
Okay,
corner.
no, wait. Let's look at this entire... Oh my god, stop.
We took 3
Okay, really? It's not gonna let me do this?
improving maps while retaining their rich legacy.
Stop.
First,
Embedded links. Or hold on, I can look at... No, stop. Valve. Leveling up the world. Yeah.
Corner.
Go
You
back.
can still bring along your countless hours home.
So look at this. So we have new UI. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but like this is different down here. This is different up here. It says 5v5. The lighting, it almost kind of looks like Unreal Engine, but I guess that's just kind of a newer engine thing. The textures are the biggest thing. I think once you actually like get into the game, the textures are going to be the biggest thing, because like it's obviously using a lot of Source 2 props and stuff. Oh, that's crazy. I wonder if they're going to still have like the same weapon models. Because you know how... No, I swear the site didn't look like this on the AK, but I could be crazy. No, this is a new model, 100%. Because this was the dovetail mount for this was not as detailed. Because you know how in CS, like, you spin the gun around and, like, stuff like this in the distant, the trees aren't crazy. All of this is very Source-like textures. But then this is, like... I mean, I guess to be fair, there are maps that look like this now. Like Anubis. Apart from a few things, the skybox is a lot different. And you notice just, like... smaller things here and here and here. This looks very Source 2 like, or modern. It looks very modern. Yeah, like look at this, man. This just screams Source. all the prompts that don't even cast shadows, these textures that even at the highest resolution are just, 2012. The blending of textures here is just non-existent. Look at that. Casting shadows, kind of. The blending, this is way more details. Like, this has actual, like, texture to it based on... That is a huge difference. God, this is going to be crazy. Reflections? No way. Like, even at this distance, these textures are just not good. And, I don't know. Yeah, look at that. It's the distant stuff that, like, this is just a JPEG. This is just a JPEG. I know it's kind of hard for you to see, but it is literally just a JPEG. There's nothing back there. And it's the same thing with all of this, like, background stuff. Jesus, man. On Nuke. The lighting is so much more dynamic, especially on, like, Nuke. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. I don't know. This could just be, set lighting maps just with new. Honestly, Nuke definitely didn't look as bad. This is a better example. Because Nuke went through a remake. So I'll have to see, but, like... It's much brighter. Not sure how I feel about this, to be honest with you. It's almost like too bright. That shows that texture off pretty well. You can kind of see the actual texture in the texture. Classic maps with solid foundations that players can use to evaluate these improvements to lighting. Likewise haven't changed. Okay, so like Dust 2, it doesn't really make sense to update Dust 2, especially since it just kind of got remade not that long ago, although that was probably in like 2018 or 2019 or something. But like the ground texture looks better. It's blended more believably. Yeah. So they haven't changed stuff like Dust 2, really. Oh my god, dude. See, that really shows. I'm glad they got like a close-up shot of this door. So this is like a new Source 1 texture. Like this map is not that old at all. And even so, like it's still... I mean, it's impressive that they could push the Source 1 engine that far, but... Yep, tools. That's the biggest thing. This is going to be a whole new era. Your items in a whole new light. Holy shit. Keep your entire CSGO inventory with you to Counter-Strike 2. Not only keep your... everything from your blah 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 blah. In addition to supporting legacy models and finishes, dual stock weapons have been upgraded to high resolution models, and some weapon finishes take advantage of new models. I mean, those kind of honestly look the same. You'll have to... This is something that you really can't tell until you like get in the game. I mean, I could tell a little bit from the AK. Blood effects? That's gonna be weird. I'm surprised. I mean, while this is something that no one could have ever predicted that they were putting effort into, like blood effects and gore effects, I mean, it's something that they've done before with Left 4 Dead 2, and also I mean, it was just a flat texture that just kind of splatted out from in certain situations. All of the visual effects have been updated in Counter-Strike 2. With the Source 2 lighting and particle systems, there's an all-new look and behavior for water explosions, fire, smoke, muzzle flashes, and bullet tracers. Impacts and more. And same with impact marks. I mean, it did need it. If you're going to rebrand your game into 2023, you're going to need... I'm trying to see how these muzzle flashes look, but they're using A1S. And I'm sure this still isn't the most, like, most critical gameplay view, blah, blah, blah. Yo, they did the Half-Life Alyx, like, Molotov, physics. That fire is going to be annoying. I want to see that Molotov again. Let's go! They finally redid the bomb, didn't they? Let's go! The bomb texture from the original CSGO trailer back in like 2011 or 2010 or whatever. UI enhancements. Yo. Accurate audio. Ooh, this is playing with fire, Valve. I mean, I trust them, but this is playing with fire. CSGO's audio was like pretty good. In like a serviceable way, I guess. I suppose, I think in terms of audio, CSGO's system is not only number one, it just leaves no ambiguity. But number two, people are so used to it and how it reacts with the world. And like, oh, these footsteps sound like this, then I know where they are. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so sounds been reworked for a better reflect the physical environment, be more distinct, and express more game state. They've also been rebalanced for a more comfortable listening experience. Oh, so maybe gun sounds aren't like as ear deafening, which I know some people used to kind of change. That's disconnected. Okay, apparently I just dropped connected, but players selected for the option to limited factors deemed by important counter development team. Oh. So how will I know if I... Shit, so it is actually going to be limited. That sucks. I was almost like 100% sure that this was going to be... just like a Battlefield open beta. Like, oh, just let everyone in, you know. What about us Face It players? Oh, God. So that's gonna be chaos. Okay, so they really didn't say that much about anything, really. Oh my god, this is insane, dude. Players are selected for the Counter-Strike 2 limited test based on a number of factors, deemed blah 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 blah. Recent playtime on Valve official servers. My playtime isn't good. Stop. What is my one new item? My internet's really bad, by the way. Am I dropping any frames? Surprisingly, no. I guess we'll have to see. I mean, I really don't know what's gonna happen, but... This is insane, man. No takes? It's not even the full game. The full thing coming up is like not even... Is it just gonna... Okay. How do I gain access to the limited chat? Okay. So how do I know if you're a tourist, you receive a notification from the main menu of CSGO? Okay, well, let's launch the game. I'm going to bring this to my second monitor. More players will be added to the limited test over time. Keep checking your CSGO main menu to see if you receive an invite. Counter-Strike 2 is expected to ship summer 2023. Initially, the Counter-Strike 2 limited test will offer deathmatch and unranked competitive matchmaking on Dust 2. Okay, so that's interesting. It is going to be kind of like a Battlefield beta, like in that regards, where it's like, oh, you get one map and, you know, a limited amount of things. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm probably not invited, which isn't any surprise, really. I mean, I do have a shit ton of hours in this game, but yeah, what I was talking about before is like this. Here, let me find a good gun. What gun? Isn't the Deagle a good example? Like this. They actually rounded that off. So, okay, I don't think I'm in it yet. If you encounter bugs during the Counter-Strike 2 limited phase, please send an email. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, solve your weapons, blah, 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 blah. Modify my inventory. No, during the Counter-Strike 2 limited test, players cannot modify inventory. It's interesting. Please note, you will only play against other players with the same version of Counter-Strike. So they're not merging, which, I mean, I guess as soon as they announced this, that was pretty fucking obvious that it wasn't going to be, that they weren't going to, you know, somehow merge all of this stuff together. That's not going to happen. Can I run or play workshop maps? Not initially, so that's coming. Can I run or play community servers during the Counter-Strike tests? No. Was I banned from CSGO? No. Yeah, of course. Can I participate in the Counter-Strike Linux or Mac OS? That's really funny considering their push for the Steam Deck that runs Linux. That's crazy, dude. This is so nuts. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. And everyone thought, oh, it's just gonna be like Dota. It's just gonna be Dota. Never mind like the massive amount of work that they're doing. That we can see that they're doing. Oh my god. Shut up, XQC. Maybe when the variety streamer wants views. No way, built on the Source 2 engine? No way. Oh shit. They even redid Italy. That's insane, dude. I wonder if any maps will be, oh god. There's so much we don't know. Because like, what's gonna happen to Lake? I know these are the questions that no one cares about, but like, I care. Oh my god, dude. Dude, and Counter-Strike was so immensely popular. Like, constantly the biggest game on Steam. And now they've completely, and that was in a like weakened state. That was in a state that the game, I mean, it's been updated over the years, but it was just old. Oh God, this is insane, man. I don't even know what else to do. This is so fucking crazy. Yeah, I thought that this was gonna be like a um basically an Overwatch 2, technically, on a new engine, but with like new features, some reworked stuff. But this is literally bigger than that. This is way, 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 way bigger than that. By a lot. Oh my God. This really, it's gonna be a completely different game. God. How is, how is, there's no game quite like Counter-Strike. So I don't know what, like Overwatch, when Overwatch became Overwatch 2, obviously there was a big gameplay change, which was 5v5. But that game completely changing like that, it's not going to feel the same way as this because in a way, I guess Counter-Strike feels almost more competitive, and kind of what I mean by that is like people take any advantage that they can possibly get, and there's a lot of advantages to take. You know, having an immense knowledge of like just even the smoke grenades alone is I could literally win you games. You could have the worst aim in the world, but if you knew like every single smoke and like how they interact and how to jump throw and stuff like that, then you could easily be an incredible asset to your team. So in that way, the it kind of feels more competitive. I guess another thing is like Valve is in a position where they really can't update or they can't change or they haven't changed how the game plays. If they made it to where you were accurate like a fourth of a second sooner from like moving to a stop, that would be a big change. Or like you had maximum accuracy a fourth of a second sooner from moving to stopping or to being stationary. Overwatch kind of throws whatever, they'll completely change heroes because it's a hero shooter. That's why it's different, right? I guess that's what I'm trying to get at here, is because it's Overwatch is a hero shooter, it is going to change. But Counter-Strike doesn't really change that much. Even the like updates to the guns haven't been, I mean, they certainly have done it, but it's not, it is in no way where, in Overwatch, heroes get completely nerfed out of existence, and then maybe a couple seasons down the line they get buffed back in to the top of the hero tier list. I don't know. So I don't know how like people are going to have to, I mean, I guess that's kind of true for Overwatch as well. I remember when it was only for a couple days, so I'll actually be very curious to see how it is for Counter-Strike. But when I remember the first time I had played Overwatch 2, it was like, okay, what is happening here? And I guess that was also kind of because, number one, they had been changing the heroes even before, because I had stopped playing for a while, as everyone does. They had been changing the heroes a lot even before they moved the game to Overwatch 2. But also, I guess the game, I was like, okay, what do all these heroes do now? What is happening? Why is Orisa throwing spears at me? What is like? I guess I was like that, but it only felt like that for about a couple days, I would say. So I would be very curious to see, how does Counter-Strike, will Counter-Strike feel the same? Will it feel the same as it always have? But like, oh, those smokes are kind of weird. Dude, this is gonna be, dude, I want access to that beta so bad. I want access to that beta so bad. Ah, man. Because I want it's not that I even care about playing the game or that like early. I just want the experience of, some of my fondest like memories of playing video games are when I have been in like betas or like early access. It's just so much fun. I can just imagine sitting there and playing Dust 2 for like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours straight. Because I think that's what they said the only map was going to be available on. And just the excitement and the vibe of it all. Because like, I remember the Battlefield 1 beta was really, really fun. Um, every time PUBG used to have a test like launcher, like a test server. That was a separate thing that you press play on in Steam, which is complete, or it was called the experimental server. There was the base game, the test server, and the experimental server. And they made the experimental server when Sandhawk came out. And I remember playing that, nothing had textures. It was so fun. It was so fun. It was laggy as hell. But it was a new map, and it was like crazy. And it was like, oh, this map's so tiny. I look back on that so fondly. It was very, very fun. And that's why I just want to have that experience of being around from the biggest Counter-Strike update. Holy shit, scared the shit out of me. Scared my cat too, sorry Sam. Biggest Counter-Strike update ever. I mean, this is just as big as like a version change. I think this is bigger than, no, so probably, is it bigger than Source to CSGO? Yeah. Or, I mean, no, it's probably not. Source to CSGO was quite the change. Although it was more just different in kind of the mechanics. It wasn't really like, I don't know. We'll have to see. But that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But that alarm was for me to go to work, so let's see.